Sarge, why are the guys giving it to the doggies? They're riding in trucks, numbskull, while you're marching.
They look pretty badly beat up.
Yeah, they do it then. Scuttlebutt says it's pretty hard going down south.
Well, we'll find out soon enough. Recon always leads.
How can we fail, Skip, with the Shadow leading the show?
Who the fuck is a Shadow?
Lieutenant Phelps, the Shadow of Death.
What the fuck are you talking about?
He's a quiet fucker, Sarge. Never hear the bastard coming.
Sitting there, field stripping a cigarette, and suddenly he's there looking down on you.
Why do you think we keep saluting that Jap-loving son of a bitch? He's bad juju.
That's enough out of you three. Bad juju?
Good morning, gentlemen, and what a grand morning it is, too. We have just cause for celebration. Galloway and Phelps are sending another fiend to San Quentin. A nice showy trial, and he'll be strapped down with gas seeping into his tiny reptile brain. Now, the fresh business. Galloway and Phelps, the task is at hand. The address is on the hill, north downtown off Fremont Avenue.
Alrighty, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. New day, new murder.
Now, boys, we all know how many imbeciles have confessed in the short case.
And, yeah. So we want to head to the crime scene as usual.
Morning indeed. We keep locking them up, but the bodies keep piling up.
Yeah, Californians love a fat, folks. As long as the bricks hold up in San Quentin, there are always two killers in this town to send.
Alright, but before we continue onwards, ladies and gentlemen, let's go on ahead and, where do I...
Greetings from sunny California. When's it gonna stop?
Okay. So we did unlock a new suit in the last one called the Outsider, I think. Don't believe everything you read in the papers. And let's just go on ahead and read that. Or not read that, but wear it. Alrighty, so we got the new crime scene. Mind getting in here, Fig Bar? Jesus. Jesus! It's pretty tight. How about dinner first, boys?
First the letter, and now another body. Come on, you can't keep on telling me there's not a killer still out there.
No, Phelps, all these arrests on the record are giving you a reputation. You don't want them turning into unsolved.
Getting a vicious killer off the streets is more important than my reputation.
Really?
And besides, landing a big fat marlin is more impressive than an ocean full of minnows.
The minnows maketh the man, Phelps. You can't always hit home runs. Sometimes you just gotta make the first miss.
Well, you can't be right all the time. It's an unfortunate truth. When you're wrong, you're wrong. I mean, you're not 100% smart.
That guy there will lead us up.
Alrighty. So we just follow the cop car. You mind moving, lady? Kind of in the middle of a case here.
Stealing myself for what I'm about to say.
That'll just be another dead body. We're used to seeing it. You're the gig running homicide,
Guess I can go ahead and turn off my siren. No need to have it on anymore.
Detectives?
Phelps and Galloway, homicide.
Scene is secure. The rest of the patrolmen are going door to door, canvassing for witnesses.
Thanks. Keep me informed.
Will do, Detective.
This looks awfully familiar.
I think that's the impression the boys from the Examiner took with them as well.
There's nothing original under the sun. Why should murder be any different?
What do we have so far?
Not much trace evidence to speak of. Storm blew in around 10 last night, and the rain washed most of it away.
And the body? Looks like she was tipped out of an automobile from the tire tracks and superficial injuries. Strangled with a length of rope. And for my money, it's triple braid again.
Time of death.
From her temperature, maybe 2 a.m., but it was cold last night.
Usual head injuries.
Blunt force trauma. Knock him over the head, then strangle and mutilate. No message with this one.
At least she was left clothed.
I doubt very much he was concerned with her dignity.
The green silk dress is very distinctive. Any sign of her other shoe?
No. And no handbag or other personal effects.
Alrighty. Well, at least the victim's clothed this time. But the only thing that we want to get out of her is... There we go. That's what we need.
A dry cleaning label. Superior Laundry Services, F1363.
Cool, cool. Anything else?
Find anything interesting?
Nothing on this hand. Never know, you might just want to look everywhere as best as you can. And no. Alrighty, cool. Let's take a look around here still. Boot prints.
No drag marks. Killer was moving around, surveying the scene.
But here's the big ticket, tire tracks.
Our driver and our killer are most likely one and the same.
Alrighty.
Detectives, I've been working the houses across the street and up the block. This lady thinks she has something for us.
Detective Phelps, LAPD.
How convenient.
Barton, Catherine Barton. I live just across the way.
Alrighty.
Did you see anyone around here last night?
Not last night, but yesterday, early evening, I saw that awful hobo.
Hobo.
Do you have a description?
Tall, gaunt, horribly disfigured. I think he may have had an accident in the war. He's a very scary, angry man.
Any idea where we might find him?
One of the hobo camps around here. He's some kind of hobo leader. They all follow him
Hobo
around.
leader. Alrighty.
Thank you, ma'am. You've been a big help.
Of course. Anything I can do to help.
That's gotta be the most easiest question I've answered all day.
Happen right here and nothing be done about it.
Alright, well, there's a game well. Let's see what we can pick up from the game well. Let's see what we can dig out.
Phelps, 1247.
How can I help, Detective?
I need an address on Superior Laundry Services.
Just a moment. Superior Laundry Services, 1260 West 1st Street.
Can you track down reports of hobo camps in the vicinity of Signal Hill?
Just a moment, Detective. There's a large camp under the bridge on Grand between Temple and Sunset.
Thank you.
Alright, well, guess we can go down to the laundromat now. My suit's a little wet. It could use a little drying. I have spare change. Why not? We have an option to go down to the hobo camp, but let's not do that yet.
No message.
Excuse me?
There's no message.
Where?
On the Vic. The last body said something written on it. This one didn't.
I'm failing to follow.
Can't be the same guy. Right? Until you start trying to link Mr. Maldonado and all the others.
There are more factors to consider than the messages, Rusty.
This doesn't fit your pattern. End of conversation. Understand?
You really want this case to be, just keep going, don't you, bud? Well, anyway. Still gotta get to the laundry service. And I don't know how you can regain any other intuition points besides, you know, leveling up your stat, you know? I just find it so weird.
You can change back into those white bucks now.
Sup, sir? Can I get my clothes dry?
Phelps and Galloway, LAPD. We're investigating a case, and one of your laundry labels came up. F1363.
If you give me a minute, I'll go find a register and you can take a look. You take a look for yourself. I've got clothes that need pressing.
You wrote the number down on that dress, is it there?
Alright, so we want to look at F1363. Mrs. T. Terrenson, 43 Emerald Street.
Mrs. T. Terrellson, 43 Emerald Street, Westlake.
Alright, well that's all we're going to need to get from here. So, let's go over there and investigate the place. Toss the place over.
I've got a feeling we're about to meet another wife killer.
You've always got that
Another
feeling,
wife
Murphy.
killer.
Yeah, and it's usually correct.
Please, for once, can you not let your assumptions color your detective work?
Just you wait. Nordic types show a particular disposition for this stuff.
Huh. Alright, so let's introduce ourselves.
Hello? Yes?
Detectives Phelps and Galloway. Is your wife home, sir?
My wife went out last night and she hasn't come home.
Can you describe your wife and what she was wearing?
We were out at a friend's place, Bobby Ross's, for a party. She was kind of dolled up. She had her green silk dress, open-toed white shoes. Those are her favorite shoes.
Can we come in, Mr. Tarleton? I'm afraid we have some rather bad news. Do you have someone who can look after your children, Mr. Tarleton?
I've been trying to arrange a sitter. Look, tell me what's happened.
I'm afraid your wife was murdered last night. Her body was found this morning. We're very sorry for your loss. I know this is a difficult time, Mr. Tarleton, but we are going to need you to answer some questions. First, we're going to take a look around.
What for? You don't think
It's
that...
procedure. You see to your girls.
Stay here till Daddy's finished talking to these men.
Where's Mommy?
Everything's gonna be all right, sweetheart.
We would like Mommy to come home now, Daddy.
What's the problem, Tarleton? Let him search. You got nothing to hide. Want to hear something funny, Tarleton? Some bum
Let's
say
toss the
going
place
on
over and
missing
see what we
person
can
report
find.
accident rules and as a suspect.
This looks like the girl's bedroom. That much is obvious. A matchbook of some sort. Baron's Bar, huh?
She was a regular.
photograph.
I wonder why the picture was turned down.
Oh no. That's a spunky looking hat he's got there. A handbag on the ground.
Seems irrelevant.
Seems very irrelevant. Let's go in here. Excuse us, ladies.
If you'd excuse me, ladies.
I'm glad I wasn't the only one that had that impression, huh? So what we got here? Ooh, muddy boots. This does not look good at all.
You can see if Pinker can match the impression to the crime scene.
And, excuse me, Fig Bar. Another handbag, huh? Let's take a look inside.
So she went out without her handbag? She'd have to be in quite a state to leave this behind.
For real. Anything else in here? Lipstick?
At least she was spared that particular indignity.
I think that's about all I'm gonna dig out of here. Ah. Well, he was out last night at least. Let's take a look outside. See what we got here. Mentioned something about rope. So let's see what we got here.
Looks like a match with the ligature marks.
And that's it. Fantastic. Let's head back inside. Question the husband a little bit. See why he was out last night. Excuse me again, ladies.
I'll be out of your way momentarily, ladies.
I fucking love that.
For the record, Mr. Terrellson, what is your wife's name?
Teresa.
Do you have any idea why anyone would want to hurt your wife?
No. Everyone loved Teresa. She was so full of life. It can't be anyone who knew her.
I think you're lying, Lars. I think you were mad at your wife for embarrassing you in front of your friends. I think you came back here and strangled her and then dumped her body on the hill.
You think I strangled my wife? How do you expect to prove that?
Okay, how about the rope?
Your wife was strangled with triple braid rope. The bow line from your boat is a perfect match.
Look, I know this looks bad. I'm gonna have to come to terms with the fact that I let her go.
Huh.
You said you went to a party at Bobby Ross's place?
That's right, Bobby had a bunch of people over. We were having a good time. She said she was bored and decided to leave.
There's more to it to that.
You let your drunk wife leave the party and go off on her own?
Look, I was angry. I was having a good time. She has to go and ruin it. We always have to do what she wants to do. Last night she wanted to go dancing.
Any idea where?
Where she always goes. A bar down on North Beaudry Avenue. Barron's Bar. She goes there.
Well, we can at least
drinks so
confirm
much,
about that
gets maudlin and
matchbook we
calls me.
found.
I go and bring her home.
Mr. Terrellson, was Teresa happy at home?
Yeah, I think she was.
I doubt it.
Spill it, Terrellson. We like the look of you for this, so you better give us something.
We're at the party. She has a few and says she wants to go out dancing. We only have the sitter until 9. I get mad. I tell her to go ahead, but I'm staying. She storms out. Look, I'm doing well at cards. I hardly ever do well. I married her because she was so much fun, but now she drives me fucking crazy.
Jesus.
What time did she leave the party?
About 8:30, maybe a little earlier.
When was the last time you saw your wife?
Around 8:30. The card game at Bobby's was wrapping up. I played out my hand and drove home here. I paid the sitter and went to bed.
Nah.
You're lying, Lars. You didn't come straight home, did you?
And how do you figure that?
The wet jacket, sir.
You were out in the rain. You got soaked, Lars. We found your wet weather gear.
Okay, I stayed a little later than I said. This cute little brunette was hitting on me. Teresa noticed. I was half cut. I walked her home from Bobby's, but nothing happened. I walked back and got the car this morning.
Thanks for answering our questions, Mr. Tarleton. You'll need to go downtown to identify your wife's body.
I should have taken her dancing.
In my experience, Mac, you give in to broads, you'll be giving in to them your entire life. We could break the husband's story right now. Call in, get some uniforms dispatched to check out his alibi.
Alrighty, well, let's go on ahead and find a nearby phone then. If there's a nearby phone. And there is, it's right over there, right in front of my dumb fucking face.
Operator, message for KGPL.
Putting you through now.
Phelps, badge 1247.
How could I help, Detective?
Can you run an address for a Bobby Ross? Then send some uniforms over.
Would you like him picked up?
No. Suspect says he was with Ross last night. We need to confirm the alibi.
I'll get a prowl car dispatched.
Thanks, ma'am.
Alright. So I guess we can go on ahead and go to the bar.
Take your time, sir.
You believe this guy's story?
Kind of rings true.
So let's go to the bar and see what we can dig up. Be lucky if we dig anything up. The Black Dahlia case going. Yeah. I'm gonna have to research more on that and see if it's still an open case, but I don't know. It's gotta be a rough time. I don't think it is, though. I don't know what I'm doing here. But it got me there.
Gents, drink?
Phelps and Galloway, LAPD.
I'm Benny Clough. This about Teresa Tarleton?
Yes, it is.
I heard about it on the radio. They're saying it was that Black Dahlia freak again? God damn it. Yeah, I rang that husband of hers. The babysitter said he was out.
If you don't mind, we have a few questions. What time did Teresa leave?
Around 10:30, I think.
Alrighty.
On foot? In a car? By bus? How was it?
She called for a cab.
Did you get the number?
Sure I did. I like Teresa. The only time she has a drink is when things aren't going so good at home. I was worried about her.
When the hell's the food gonna arrive already?
Want to go to bartender?
Put out an APB on the cab. 3591. Should be traceable.
Cool.
Who was she with? We've had reports about a tall, gaunt-looking hobo. He wasn't here last night?
I get plenty of bums in here, but nothing to fit that description.
I doubt it. Come on.
The likelihood is that whoever she left here with killed her. Give it up, Betty.
All right, two creeps were all over her, promising to take her dancing.
You get a good look at these guys?
Sure. I got a good look. One of them was a sailor in uniform. His cap said, USS Indiana.
And the other man?
The other guy is Richard Bates. He's sitting in the back right now. Red polo shirt.
Oh, okay. Well, we can go on ahead and question him
Any
as soon as
idea
we're
where
done
she
here.
was headed?
Nope. I didn't get that.
The husband said she wanted to go dancing.
And she always wants to dance when she's been drinking. She was trying to talk some guys into taking her to one of the dance halls.
Thank you for your help, Mr. Clough. We'll take it from here.
Hey, no problem.
This is Bates.
That's him.
LAPD, don't make me chase you, shitbird. Can't let the son of a bitch get away.
Alright, let's go after Richard Bates here.
Go, Phelps, get after it. Come on, got a ride. Get in and drive.
Thanks.
I thought you were gonna leave me there. Who knows what this guy will pull when he's cornered? We could have a killer on our hands.
Fuck! Nope, 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 nope. Come on.
Let's get away from you. I don't think the killer would be kicking back in the bar where he met the Vic in. Listen, a creature of habit is a
Excuse
killer.
me, sir?
For some reason,
Ma'am?
sticklers for routine.
Phelps, you gotta get me closer.
Fuck! Jesus Christ. Alright, let's try that again. Situate myself here. Well, at least we get to start out in the vehicle again, so that's something.
What this guy will pull when he's cornered? We could have a killer on our hands. Come on, Phelps, you're letting this lust get away from you. I don't think the killer would be kicking back in the bar where he met the Vic in. Listen, a creature of habit is your killer. For some reason, they're sticklers for routine. He's showing you how it's done.
Alright, ladies and gentlemen, we're back. Yeah. Let's go on ahead and stop this fucker. Or try to anyway. Jesus.
Wish me luck.
Now, sir.
Let's end this farce.
There we go.
All right, you got me. I've had enough.
Show me your hands. Okay, Bates. You're gonna answer some questions.
I have a choice in this?
No, you don't.
Last night, you went drinking with a lady in the bar. Now she's dead. And your face is all messed up.
I'm in the clear on that. She preferred a sailor. You could lay it off on him. Are we finished?
No, we're not.
Do you want my partner to sap you? Tell us what we want to know.
She was okay. Drunk. Pissed off at her old man, wanting to go dancing. I thought I'd ply her with a few drinks and get my end away. Looks like your salty had the same idea.
So what happened when you left the bar?
Sailor boy laid one on me. A cheap shot. After that, I don't know.
There's more to it.
You've done time, haven't you, Richard? Is that why you ran?
I'm on parole.
On what offense?
Sexual assault. Look, I was lying there on the sidewalk. He flags a cab and jumps in with the broad.
We're taking you in, Bates.
How come?
Just for a chat. Nice private chat. I'll explain my theory of once a degenerate, always a degenerate.
Take him to Central. He's a material witness in a murder case. Find him a cozy cell.
Richard here knows the drill.
Well, let's go on ahead and go to a game well here. See what we got.
Phelps, badge 1247.
How could I help, Detective?
I need an APB out on a yellow cab, number 3591. Ask dispatch to relay all sightings to car 11K.
No problem. I'll get on the radio.
Were there any incident reports filed in the vicinity of Barron's Bar on North Beaudry Avenue? We're tracking a sailor who was involved in a fight outside the bar.
I can check the reports, Detective. I have a message for you from Captain Donnelly. Message reads, James Jessup, U.S. Navy able seaman, has information relevant to your case. Jessup is currently being detained at Central Station.
Could be our man. Thanks.
Alright, so let's go on ahead and go back to the police station. Nice of that person to lend us their vehicle at least. Oh, sorry, Vic Bar. You gotta be a little faster than that, buddy.
Car 11K, we have a response on your APB regarding yellow cab number 3591. The vehicle has been identified at a gas station. Now heading west on 7th Street. Any Central unit,
Garage on 7th Street. Let's hit it, pal. The cab driver might tie this whole thing together.
I hope you're right.
Let's go on ahead and trace down that cab.
You see our taxi anywhere?
Let's go ahead and trace down that taxi. Then we can go to the police station. I had a feeling they were going to do that first.
11K, yellow cab number 3591, sighted at the corner of Wilshire and Whitmer. Repeat, Wilshire and Whitmer, 11K.
Where's that cab got to now?
Cool, we got the cab.
LAPD, we're investigating a murder.
What's that got to do with me?
The fare you picked up from Barron's bar last night. What was the woman wearing?
It was a green dress. Oh, don't tell me something's happened to her.
Tell me about her.
She was with this sailor, and he was all over her. She wasn't having any of it. Said she just wanted to dance. But he had that look in his eye.
Where did you drop them off?
It's at the Crystal Ballroom.
What time?
After midnight. 12:30? Something like that.
Thanks. You've been a big help.
Well, that's gonna ruin my day.
All units in the vicinity in any Central unit. A 211 and shots fired, 410 South Flower Street. Units that can handle code 3, identify.
Alrighty, well, that done and over with. Let's go to the Central Division now. This day just gets better. But, yeah. Sorry if my commentary seems a little lacking, folks. It's just that got nothing particular to say. No, I do a lot better when I have other people commentating with me, but, that's just not the case here, fellow anymore. I'm not going after that. I'm not going after the street cases. Excuse me.
You want to leave that one to the uniform, that's fine.
Mind excusing me, sir? Gotta be nearby. Yeah, we are. It's right over here.
Need a drink. I got the jitters again.
Alrighty.
He's in interview 2.
Interview 2?
Thanks. What do you make of him?
Sailor on furlough who looks like he's in trouble and knows it.
Thank you, sir. Interview 1, interview 2, right over here.
I'm no hood.
Detectives Phelps and Galloway. We know why you're here, Jessup, so it would be best if you answered our questions truthfully.
I don't want any trouble. That's why I'm here. I heard on the radio about this lady getting killed. I got leave from my CO to come down straight away.
So why did you kill her?
I didn't kill anyone. Look, you need to believe me.
Let's start at the beginning.
Alrighty.
You went to Barron's bar. What time did you arrive?
I got a 24-hour pass. I got there around 7.
That's where you met Teresa Terrellson?
Sure. We had a couple of drinks.
And a little something more, I'm sure.
So you tried to make a woman who was incredibly drunk?
Look, I'm not proud of myself, but I never hurt her.
You took her dancing?
That's right. Caught a cab to the Crystal Ballroom.
You had a fist fight with Richard Bates over Mrs. Terrellson.
You met the guy? He's a creep. You should take a look at him for this.
We already have, sir.
He's pointing the finger directly at you, Jessup.
I only had one night before I was back in the tub. He had all the time in the world to look for some action. I belted him. I'd do it again. She was better off with me.
Sure. You're a shining example of chivalry, Jessup. Where did you go after the Crystal Ballroom?
I think the wind had gone out of her sails by then. She caught a cab, and I caught a bus back to the base.
Such a shame you didn't get laid.
We spoke to the cab driver. Tell us what really happened at the Crystal Ballroom.
I'd had enough. She was all upset about her husband bawling about her kids. She looked old. Left around closing, maybe 1:30. We got on a bus and she fell asleep on my shoulder.
Which bus?
An All-American, 249. I went past her place. She jumped off and I stayed on it downtown. After that, I caught another bus to San Pedro. The Indiana's down there. She's being scrapped.
And that was the last you saw of Teresa?
Yeah, that's right. We didn't say much. I think she was kind of embarrassed.
I wonder why.
The cab driver said that you were getting pretty familiar with Teresa.
That's not how I'd put it.
Then how would you put it?
So the last thing you wanted was her playing hard to get. Did that make you mad, sailor?
Yeah, it did. She knew what a guy's looking for. All broads do. Dancing comes second.
And what happened at the Crystal Ballroom?
Nothing. Not even a little hand relief. She had another couple of drinks. There was no fun left in her. Just poured her guts out to some bartender.
We're holding you till we can clear this with the driver.
Yeah, my CO said as much.
Can you put the guy in two in a cell and inform the commander?
Sure, Detective. Got a message for you. Sighting of your disfigured hobo on Grand between Temple and Sunset. And it looks like the Beau has a record, too. He's wanted in connection with 2 female assaults.
Thanks.
What now? Drive all the way to San Pedro and check his locker?
Let's see if the bus story checks out.
There's a depot at 1660 Beverly Boulevard.
Alrighty, so let's go to the bus depot. And this is a part of the case where you can either get really lucky or just not so lucky at all. You'll see why.
3 suspects in the can, 1 on the hook. Still no hard evidence on any of them.
I've always hated this part of the case. I'll be honest with you right now. This is not one of my all-time favorite cases, if only because of this section right here. And thankfully, this is the only section in the game where we really have to do something like this.
Plenty of time to get downtown.
It's possible. Have them bring him in.
KGP, we have Lars Terrellson picked up.
But, so let's go to the bus depot. See what we can track down. Jesus Christ, move out of the way. I think I got... Sheesh. I don't know where I was going with that. Let's try that again. Here we are at the bus station. Let's go in and say hi.
And thank you, ma'am. You have a safe trip now. Where are you boys headed today?
LAPD. We're after the driver of All-American 249. Would have been around midnight onwards last night.
Just a minute. Frank Zeffirelli. He's your man.
Where can we find him?
Frank is out on the 7-4.
Can you tell us the route?
Hang on, I should have it mapped out here somewhere.
Thank you. Let's take a look here. Yeah, so you see that whole entire line of a loop? We have to go through all of that just to find one fucking bus.
We're not going to drive the whole thing, are we?
Won't take long. We have a siren.
Yeah, it won't take long. We have a siren. It's true, we do have a siren. And I don't know if using a siren may help with this little track or what. But let's go, Fig Bar. We don't got all day.
All American 7-4, let's go get him.
Excuse me?
This could be a long trip,
or it could be a short one.
And here's me without my hip flask and only a pain in the ass for company.
Way to kick off the drive in high spirits, Rusty. Comments like that put me in just the right mood for some legwork.
Hachi.
You know what your problem is? You don't like hard work. This kind of rigorous search is what police work is all about. Discipline.
Save it, Phelps. You're just as bored as I am.
Okay, so we want to go this way. Like I said, ladies and gentlemen, this could be a short one or it could be a long one. Depending if it's a long one or not, I may just have to cut some corners here. But we'll see. We will see. Train, that's not what we're looking for. We're looking for a bus. Ay, ay, ay. I remember the first time I was going through this. It took me a very long
still no sign
time
of him.
to
He goes off, Rusty?
search this
Think you slept
bus.
through my solving the case.
Yeah, very funny. Just give me a nudge.
How about you nudge me?
I think that's a job for his wife.
Oh shit. That was a good one. I like that one. Out of the way. Got a job to do, lady. Gee. Come on. Excuse me. Another train. That's always something. Just follow the red lines on your compass and you'll eventually find the bus. Out of the way. Is that it? No, that's another train. Well,
How long is this bus route?
It actually covers an area around the size of Central Division.
The probability is we'll find it
ooh,
about halfway around.
ooh, there it
Bad
is.
luck says we'll be chasing it all night.
It's on the compass. Let's track him down. This is our luck. Excuse me, sir.
That's the bus we're looking for. Ease in behind her and get her to the side of the road.
There's some kind of problem, buddy?
LAPD, we're investigating a murder. You had a sailor and a woman in a green dress on your bus late last night?
That's correct.
And the woman got off first, around 2 a.m.?
Yeah, that's right. And the sailor stayed on all the way to downtown.
Can you tell us where you let the woman off?
On California Street. To tell you the truth, she looked a little lost, like she got off on the wrong stop or something. I didn't like dropping her off near that hobo camp.
You've been a big help, Mr. Zeffirelli.
Alrighty, well. Excuse me.
So Sailor Boy escaped by the seat of his bell-bottom trousers. He left the broad alive.
Left her by the hobo camp.
Which means he's as good as killed her.
We can't eliminate any of them, but the disfigured man should be our starting point.
I'm gonna call for some backup. These bows hate cops.
Alright, so we got one more location to go to, and that's the hobo camp. So it all comes in full circle.
Well, if you think we ought to, I guess we ought.
Any Central Unit, car 16L reports a possible jumper at 8th and Hope. The Methodist Church unit to have occurred to identify.
Let's head on over to the hobo camp and wrap this case up. How about you give me a little nudge? I think that's a job for your wife, Phelps. I fucking love that line so much. Oh, Rusty. This hobo camp seems to be a little ways off. Shouldn't be that far, should it? Well, let's take a turn here and then we'll see what we can do. Yep, not that far now. Just gotta make a bit of a turn right here.
LAPD, we'd like a word with you.
Save it for someone who's interested. They're fascists. Come to move us on and steal what little we have left.
6 rounds won't get us far.
I need you to stay copacetic, fellas. You need to hold out to the cavalry rounds.
How do we do that?
Like this.
These men know they're harboring murderer.
Alrighty.
We need to fight for it.
Not doing a good job here, but that's okay. Just gotta take out this guy. Not too bad. Let's go ahead and finish this. Wrap this case up.
What's your name?
Comrade Stalin.
Very funny. We'll find out from your personal effects.
Stuart Ackerman.
You're under suspicion for murder, Ackerman. We're taking you downtown.
You can't do anything more to me than what the Japanese have already done.
Alrighty. Well, let's go on ahead and
The Kremlin's over here.
look the place over.
Toss it and see what you find.
Another newspaper. Missing morphine. Cops say. Goons fighting dope war.
Still working, Jack. I'm off to the Lighthouse Club in Santa Monica.
Hello, Jack.
Mr. Benson, this is Courtney Sheldon. He's a buddy of mine from the war.
Well, I'm sure you two will want to polish some old war stories. Good evening, Jack. Mr. Sheldon.
Good night, sir. Take a seat, Courtney.
We need your help, Jack.
I told you I would have nothing to do with that.
I'm fine too, Jack. Medical school's going well. I got a part-time job.
Do dope peddlers need part-time jobs?
We made a mistake and we're in trouble, Jack. A local gangster, Mickey Cohen, is putting on the squeeze.
So hand it over, walk away. What's stopping you?
We had a deal with them that they would dole it out slowly. They said they would supply abortion clinics and doctors, but they've been moving it on to addicts, and they can't cope with the purity.
So your problem is with gangsters being dishonest.
My problem is that people are dying, and that if this gets back to us, we'll all end up in jail.
So how am I supposed to help, Courtney? This isn't the war. I can't just wave a magic wand and clean up your mess.
We want you to negotiate, Jack.
The only thing these guys understand is force, Sheldon. They got to the top back east by proving to be more vicious than the English, the Irish, and the Dutch. They make their own laws. That's the nature of a secret society. God's sake, Courtney, you want to be a doctor. How can you fight with that?
We are better trained, Jack.
I didn't make it through the war to come back to this kind of shit, Sheldon.
Sheesh. Well, I'm the man that likes to move on too, sir, but sometimes you just gotta bite the bullet. See what we got here. Green hand purse.
Ackerman doesn't look like much of a dancer.
Crystal Ballroom. Okay, anything else that we can find in here? Oh yeah, some triple-bladed rope covered in blood.
Looks familiar. Safe bet it'll match the mark under Teresa Terreldson's chin.
Alrighty, well guess that's about it. So let's go on ahead and head back to Division. And interrogate this Stuart Ackerman. Get this case wrapped up and move on. Come on, Fig Bar.
The husband has an alibi, but no real motive other than neglect. Jessup's alibi checks out. Bates is a recidivist. He'll be pulling the same stick until we put him away for good. Ackerman has history, opportunity, hard evidence. What?
Got the evidence. We know she was here. All we need is a confession. Charge the bum with murder.
This officer needs help. Bank of America 7th and Olive. Officer needs help. Bank of America 7th and Olive. A 211 in progress and shots fired. Unit to handle code 3 identified.
Which room is he
Going
in?
this way.
Oh. After you, Fig Bar.
Ackerman, you were in the Marines.
How do you know?
The Corps selected big guys for flamethrower duty. That's how you got the burns.
Life expectancy was 5 minutes for a guy in flamethrower detail. What kind of a government puts weight like that on a man's shoulders?
You'll get no argument from me. It was a heavy load.
You feeling sorry for this smelly fuck?
Why did you kill Mrs. Terrelson?
I have no recollection of the people I have killed.
That's bullshit.
Are you denying that you strangled Mrs. Terrelson with a length of rope?
I'm not denying anything. You have to have proof, lackey.
Yeah, I got proof right all the way down here.
We found a matching piece of rope in your lean-to. I think we'll find the blood will match too.
I own no property. How could it belong to me?
A bus driver dropped Mrs. Terrelson near your camp around 2 a.m. Why did you take her up to the hill?
Which hill? I have many places. I go where I please.
I doubt it, sir.
You are clearly insane, Ackerman. The state of California does not execute mental patients.
I don't know the names of the women I've killed, but I've killed many of them. Their necks are so fragile.
Jesus, this guy's nuts.
Where were you around 2 a.m. last night?
At the camp.
You were up on the hill. You were seen during the day. We have a witness. We have evidence. Come clean with me, Ackerman, and I'll see what I can do for you.
I despise your pity. You have nothing that links me to this woman.
Okay, how about the purse?
We have you cold, Ackerman. Her purse and the ballroom ticket were in your lean-to. Tell us why you did it.
I kill because people need killing. It's what I was trained to do.
Stuart Ackerman, I am charging you with the murder of Teresa Terrellson.
A man down on his luck I can abide. But a filthy red who chooses to live outside the rules of society, I cannot stomach. Maybe poor Teresa Tarleton will provide the catalyst we need. I've spoken to the chief and the mayor, and I think it's time we send some men in to remove the godless and send them on their way over the county line. A grand day that will be, gentlemen. And a grand result you have brought me. You two are fast becoming my finest crusaders.
And with that, ladies and gentlemen, that is the end of the case. Pretty sure including that bus route, it may be a little longer, but hey, you know what? That's what the game's all about. See what we got here. An early visit to the hobo camp might have offered a lead, but good luck finding a coherent witness. That's true. But with that said, ladies and gentlemen, next time we meet up, we will go through another case under homicide. I think we still got a couple more cases to go through. We're really nearing the end of the homicide desk. So, with that said, ladies and gentlemen, I'm the Blue Hedgehog 2010. As always, happy gaming, my friends.